wife was f***ing her son's friend, okay? Now, I normally would not talk about this, but for some reason, these put that on the internet.
Hey there, folks. It's time to spill the tea on one of the biggest Hollywood scandals that has been making waves for over a year. You guessed it right. We're talking about the infamous Oscar slap, and it seems like Chris Rock has finally decided to address it head-on with his new Netflix comedy special, Selective Outrage. We know, it took Chris Rock quite some time to react to the incident, but hey, better late than ever, right? And boy, did he make up for it. In his special, he touched upon a wide range of topics, including the Kardashians, racism, and of course, the controversial slap that left us all in shock. But that's not all. Chris took things up a notch by taking some serious jabs at Will and Jada Pinkett Smith, particularly their open marriage and the alleged cheating scandals that have surrounded the couple. And yes, he even used some not-so-nice language to describe them on live TV. Yikes. So get ready for some serious drama, folks, because this one's gonna be a roller coaster ride. But before we get started, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel to stay up to date with all the latest news and gossip. Let's get into it. He started his comedy special on a very different note. They were talking about cancel culture and different events, but there was no mention of Will Smith in this entire scenario. People sitting in the audience were hoping he'd address the elephant in the room, but Chris decided to save the best for last. And right near the end of the show, he started talking about the slap. He started off by calling it what it was and agreeing that he had been slapped on international television. And then as he started talking about it more, it felt like his anger kept building up. He started talking about
Will Smith practices selective outrage.
And to explain his point of view, he came loaded with proof. He started talking about how Jada did him so dirty that the man just kind of lost his mind.
But everybody that really knows I had nothing to do with that shit. I didn't have any entanglements.
Referring to Will's wife Jada Pinkett Smith's entanglement with R&B singer August Alsina years ago while she and Will were on a break. And then he mentioned that Jada hurt Will more than Will could ever hurt Chris. So he was clearly trying to say that the anger that Will took out on the comedian should have been dealt with in some other way because it was there in the first place because of Jada. The next thing he said left the world stunned.
That we all been cheated on. Everybody in here been cheated on. None of us have ever been interviewed by the person that cheated on us on television. None of us. Why the f*** would you do that? She hurt him way more than he hurt me, okay?
And as mean as that might sound, it's actually kind of true. The two did make their private business the whole world's business by having that red table conversation. I mean, I'm pretty sure all of us remember the number of memes that were made right after their interview. And to be honest, it hasn't always been that between these two parties. In fact, rumor has it that they were good friends. Rock also said that he admired Will Smith before the Oscar slap, but no more. He said now he is at the point where he looks forward to seeing him in Emancipation. Will's slavery picture about Peter, a man who escapes from slavery by utilizing his brains and courage to dodge pursuers while on his horrific trek to freedom. All of this so he could watch Will getting whooped.
I love Will Smith my whole life. I have rooted for Will Smith my whole life. And now I watch Emancipation just to see him get whooped.
He also mentioned how some people told him that he should have fought with Will there and then. And to that he replied that,
first of all, I know you can't tell on camera, Will Smith is significantly bigger than me. We are not the same size, okay? This guy, Will Smith does movies with his shirt off. You've never seen me do a movie with my shirt off. Will Smith played Muhammad Ali in a movie. You think I auditioned for that part?
Anyway, once all of that was said and done, Rock had gotten so angry that he started abusing the couple for the way that they had behaved. He said that when the entire incident happened with Jada cheating on him, it was not just the fans who felt bad for him, but people in the industry too. From famous rappers to comedians like Rock himself, everybody rushed to Will's side to offer condolences and make him feel better. Rock even said,
everybody in the world called him a I tried to call him a give him my condolences. He ain't pick up for me.
He then said that all this time, when people all around him called him a he didn't do anything, but he hit the one person who was by his side all this time. He said,
and who's he hit? Me. A he know he could beat. That is some.
He even mentioned how Jada had tried to cause trouble some time ago as well. During his latest stand-up special, Chris Rock made a controversial Oscars allegation about Jada Pinkett Smith. He made an accusation regarding Smith's wife, Pinkett Smith, by using the setup as evidence when her husband failed to get a Best Actor nomination for his work in Emancipation. Rock claims that the actress tried to pressure him out of hosting the 2016 Academy Awards. With the drama Emancipation, Smith was considered for an Oscar nomination that year, although he was not among the winners.
Years ago, his wife said I should quit the Oscars. I shouldn't host because her man didn't get nominated for Emancipation. And then something gives me a concussion.
Rock disregarded Pinkett Smith's pleadings and made a joke at Pinkett Smith's expense when hosting the event that year, which arose again after the slap at the Oscars. Rock now says he created this joke to respond to the time she asked him to quit. He said,
"That's how it is. She starts it, I finish it, okay? That's what the fuck happened. Nobody's picking on this bitch. She started this shit."
He finally ended it with the worst insult on the show.
And a lot of people go, "Chris, how come you didn't do nothing back? How come you didn't do nothing back that night?" Because I got parents. That's why. Because I was raised. And you know what my parents taught me? Don't fight in front of white people.
Ouch. He got the white people and Will Smith both with that last one. And while you and I found it hilarious, there were many people on the internet who thought that he went a bit too far. Rock was merciless in his satire of Smith, who starred in King Richard. Rock quipped that he liked watching Emancipation only to see Smith being thrashed, and he discussed the strains on Smith's marriage to Jada. Whether or not Smith physically assaulted the comic last year, the jokes were vicious, and several viewers on Twitter felt that he went too far in his vocal trashing. This one Smith fan said, "Remember Chris Rock punched down on Jada over her alopecia condition. All of the deflecting he is doing, bringing up entanglements, is gaslighting. He knows that the world hates black women with sexual agency, so he has to make that the topic, not how he violated and humiliated her," tweets Reese Colbert. And they weren't the only ones expressing their anger. Another tweet reads, "Chris Rock got slapped by Will and he handled it in stride, but now he's taking it way too far by using the joke as profit and clout for his comedy. Will's career is over, Chris is profiting, not to mention he made a Michael Jackson joke. He's an idiot." But that wasn't the general consensus. There were many fans who thought that what he said was deserved and not that big of a deal. This one Twitter user said, "The take on here that Chris Rock went too far is just absurd. Comedy comes at the expense of somebody or something. He got physically assaulted in front of the world for making a G.I. Jane joke. Unload on those toxic two full stops." Others have called Chris's answer to Will Smith's smack at the 2022 Oscars the best brutal takedown in history, and it was long overdue. Plus, Will wasn't the only one who got shamed. During his program, the comedian mocked the former Suits actress by calling her playing all stupid for not knowing that the royal family are the OGs of racism. Anyway, what fans loved the most about the whole thing was how he managed to make light out of a super embarrassing situation. He even mentioned how he wasn't going to turn himself into a victim over something so stupid. Rock spoke about his hardships in the last year during his new stand-up show.
Anybody that says words hurt has never been punched in the face. But I'm not a victim, baby. You will never see me on Oprah or Gayle crying. I took it like mother Pacquiao, okay?
Since then, Rock's tirade has been celebrated on social media as the perfect, best method to get back at Smith for the incident that shaped both of their careers. Anyway, with that, we'll be wrapping it up for today. So, what did you think of Chris Rock calling Will a bitch? Do you think he went overboard with the insults, or was it all deserved? Comment down below and let us know. And if you like this video, click the subscribe button and hit the bell icon to be the first to see my next video. I post updates like this every week where I uncover the secrets of your favorite celebrities.